Alright, hi everybody. I am back to talk for part 2 of talking about Mega EX, Mega Dream EX. Let's start. Team Rocket's Execute. Focus Wish. That's unreliable, but kind of Team Rocket-y. Trikinesis. Flip 3 coins if they're all heads. What? Okay. So the flip 2 coins to knock something out is kind of almost an established thing. Like that exists from time to time. 3 coins, that just doesn't happen. And I don't think that there's any cards, even Team Rocket or otherwise, that lets you mess with coin flips these days. So I just don't think that that would ever work. Second attack, okay, yeah, it hits pretty hard, and you get the Team Rocket's energy to speed it up, but I don't think it's good enough. Although I guess the part that makes that first attack relevant is you can knock out anything and not just their active, but I don't think that saves it. I really don't. Mischievous Ascension. Oh, okay. 60 health. Liability. Oh yeah. Executes also 60 health. Tragic. Thousand magic. Okay, 60-60 spread. That's not horrible. I don't think it's good in this current metagame with how many like support EXs there are, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But hitting your bench for 60 damage with a condition that you can generally activate pretty easily with a fair few Pokemon these days definitely seems solid. That's solid enough. Rotom, okay, yeah. Rotom has been trying to. Rotom kind of needed a basic one just to actually get the show going. Gadget Joe. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that just looks solid. I don't know. I don't think that number gets high enough though. The 30 times. Because I know Rotoms can attach multiple tools. I forget if it's two or four. I think it's two. If you can attach two to every Rotom and you have maximum tools, which is really unreliable, you get what 60 times. I guess you can technically knock out anything in a perfect situation, but I don't really see that working out too consistently or well, especially if you have to. I'll have to read how that card actually works, but I feel like you have too many tools. You're gonna just brick way too often. Phantom. Okay, that's a functional basic. Having the ability on a basic to have a coin flipped for your opponent not to be able to do anything is really good when you're panicking. There's several situations where it's like, oh, your opponent doesn't have a boss's order in hand. Cool, they just wasted their turn, and that is so good to be able to force with a Pokemon that you don't really want to be around anyways. Unfortunately, the Trevenant is not good enough to make up for that. I guess Hop Pokemon get a lot of damage bonuses if I recall correctly. Like I think he has a Snorlax and the Choice Band or whatever. So you could maybe hit some good numbers with that, especially on weakness, but I don't think that that'd be good enough. Second attack's obviously not great, but the first one could be relevant for getting a revenge kill. Especially because that's a one prize deck, so you kind of just want to keep things moving and keep up pressure, so that can be pretty good. Spectrier. Oh, it's on one Pokemon. I was kind of excited about that second one for a moment, but then again, I don't really want Gardevoir getting more tools like that. But 12 damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon, that gets around the Terra Crystal thing, which is nice. However, it does still run into the issue of effects like Toad Scroll and stuff, just completely preventing it. Nothing too concerning, but it's there. Alright. Fighting. Rummage around. Flip to mill. Okay, that might be horrible, but that's pretty funny. Alright. Pothole. Maybe your opponent's Pokemon bet on their turn. Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping you could do like Iron Bundle Cheese and stuff like that and try to rack up damage on your opponent. That could be really good, but unfortunately, if you can only do it during their turn, it just kind of messes with theoretical Valiant decks, but those don't really exist. Most other decks are just going to be either willing to take the 2 damage happy to take the 2 damage or indifferent to it. So, and Team Rocket doesn't really do that too well, anyways. Meta type 70, draw a card. That's always solid for 1 retreat. 1 energy, Metacham, 150. Don't have. Oh. Oh, 7 is way too many. Oh no. If this was like 4, maybe you could have it work to some degree. But getting to 7 cards, you can do it with stuff like Professor's Research, but if you do that, then you're just going to end up not being able to actually like do anything, play any of the other cards unless it's like search your deck for, unless it's like, I don't know, an Ancient Capsule, which you don't need a lot of energy for, so it feels like a waste. And 150 doesn't quite hit like most things. I guess it knocks out Mega Kangaskhan. I don't think that that's good enough to justify it, but it is at least something it can do. Alright. 10 damage. Okay, that's pretty irrelevant. I mean, the 20 damage is nice, I guess. Oh, weird. They didn't put the damage in the card. Just makes it look like it just hits itself, which would be a pretty bad card. But that's not what it does. Anyways, yeah, that's not particularly good. Mega Halucha has, okay, that sort of effect on its ability. That second number is just not high enough. It just doesn't do quite enough damage. If it could hit 300, maybe, but right now it just, like, that's so much energy. Like, you would need to lower that cost by 1. I guess you have the Soul Rocket engine, the Lunatoid engine or whatever for fighting, so maybe you could, it might be a tech in some very specific decks which want a Hail Mary option, but I just don't think it's good enough, and especially with a 2 retreat cost, it's just such a bad starter. Like, it's absolutely horrible. The only good thing is that this is not a from full. This is whenever, so you just have a 50% chance not to get knocked out, which can be really good, but unfortunately there's just so much damage counters. So I don't think that's going to matter. Roly-Coly, 80. Oh, that's pretty good. Retreat, 3. It's a Roly-Coly. Okay, sure. Carkol, also basically same idea, although 110 is kind of high for that sort of thing, but not that much. Okay, 140 Snipe, if you don't have more than 10 fighting energy. That's horrible. That's so close to good, but most decks can't even justify running 10 fighting energies, yet alone 11 more, because you can't attack for free, you need another fighting energy. And 140 Snipe is nice, like that knocks out a lot of key targets, but it doesn't even hit like 180 or 200 or anything to knock out stuff like Mews or Phesandipides or whatever. So it's just kind of not great. Second attack is fine, although 3 energies is really steep for that. Okie dokie, settle score. I don't know. There's theoretical situations where that does something, but it's just such an expensive attack. Like, maybe if it was 2 energies for that, it would be very good. Like, not exceptional, but very good. But, yep, back to more starter deck filler. Okay, well, that is part 2. I took longer on that one than the first one, but that's okay. I'll be back shortly to do part 3. Anyways, thank you. Bye.